Guys, it's Ryan Rose here with another fantasy football video. Today I'm going to be doing an interview with my dad. How are you doing today?
Good. Thanks for having me.
No problem. So I'm going to be asking you a few questions, and please answer and support. Okay.
Okay.
Who would your dream QB be?
Well, I'd probably have to go with Andrew Luck this year.
Me too.
I think he's gonna break some records.
He's young. He's got a great arm. And just a question, real quick. How many years have you been playing fantasy football?
Maybe 6 or 7.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How many times have you won?
Well, let's see. I started off playing one league, and I won it my first year. The next year I played 2 leagues, and I won both. And then every year after that, since I've played 2 leagues, and a lot of times I come close to winning. I'm usually in the championships,
Yeah, like last year you came in second.
Yeah, I came in second in both leagues, which I should have won both leagues, but it's one of those things. It's fantasy football, you know.
Mm-hmm. Who would your dream wide receiver be this year?
This year, I'd probably have to say Beckham is gonna be phenomenal. I mean, he last year was incredible, and this year, I mean, he's just gonna get better. He's in his prime.
Now, I have another question to go along with these, but just since you brought up Beckham, I'm going to go with the next question. Do you think Victor Cruz is going to start this year?
Victor Cruz, I think, is... See, I don't have a lot of research behind me. I didn't do a lot of research for this interview, and I'm not sure how old Cruz is. He was injured. Was he injured last year or most of the year or the year before that? So if he can stay healthy, I think he'll have a decent year. I don't think he'll be the Victor Cruz he was of 3 years ago, but I think he'll still be good.
And then who would your dream running back be?
I gotta go with Jamal Charles.
Really? I'm gonna go with Justin Forsett this year just because he's new. He's out of the gate. I think he's gonna have a phenomenal year this year. In one of my recent videos, I had the top 10 running backs, I believe, and Justin Forsett was, I think, number 4 or 5. He was in one of my top, if you follow me on Instagram, he was in one of my top 4 choices in the whole draft.
Right.
So I think he's going to be my running back this year.
Well, the reason I go with Jamal Charles over Justin Forsett is Forsett. He did do well last year in the when he became first string. I don't know. He doesn't have the history behind him to allow me to predict that he's going to be one of the top running backs this year. I think he'll have a decent year. I think Jamal Charles, though, has proven over the past few years that he's unstoppable. Marshawn Lynch, another one. Provided he's he can mesh with his new team. Is he with the Seahawks still, or is he getting traded?
I think he's still with the Seahawks.
Okay. So that's it. I'm going to go with Jamal Charles, and then of course you have the Cowboys running back, DeMarco Murray.
He's in the Eagles now.
Oh, Eagles. See. I'm a little rusty on my football because it's only June, but go ahead.
And also I would like to bring up Darren Sproles. He's been on my fantasy football. He was on my fantasy football team last year. He was awesome. He's their punt and kick returner. Didn't he have the most run backs for touchdowns last year?
That sounds right. But again, with Darren Sproles, I think he's getting up in age, and he's been at the top of the game for a few years now. I don't know how much longer he can really sustain it.
Okay. Do you think Dennis Pitta's going to start this year?
Pitta? Is he healthy? Is he back?
He's been on the playfield.
Gosh, I don't know if he can stay healthy. If he's back to playing and he can stay healthy, I think he'll be okay. I don't know. He had a catastrophic injury, season-ending injury last year.
Yeah.
And I thought that he wasn't going to be back.
Well, a lot of people have been thinking that he's going to be retiring before this year starts. But he's been on the practice field. He seems to be healthy. So we'll see what happens this year. Since you seem to be very successful, what are some of your keys to success?
Research. And I mean research, beginning maybe a couple weeks before your draft. You know, everything you want is online. Anything you need is online. So, you can research everything. And after your draft, the shuffling doesn't stop. I mean, you're going to be dropping players, picking up players, reading the blogs by fantasy football professionals who they see as up and comers. Being prepared for injuries to players that you have on your roster. But the key is one word: research. I mean, research and have fun with it. I mean, pick up players, pick up long shots, gamble a little bit. I mean, with your players, not with money. But and have fun with it.
Yeah, like what I always do is I have NFL Now and NFL Verizon on my iPad. Every week after the game, I always look on those, see who's starting the next week, see who's not, see who's coming, see who's going.
Another good thing you can do is actually learn. I prefer Yahoo Fantasy Football. I mean, learn how to use the waiver wire. Learn how to look at who other people around the country are picking up and dropping, because that's a big indicator, because there are many millions of people out there more knowledgeable than me, and if somebody's if 90% of people are dropping a player and you're wondering why, there's a reason. So look into the reason why, and it might be a good move for you. And also look at learn how to use your service, the Yahoo or NFL or whoever you use. Learn how to manipulate it. Learn how to see who's making big changes, or who the players are being moved around.
Yeah. In my tips video, which was the first video I put out, it says that a kicker, if you're gonna get a kicker in the draft and get in the last round, if you're not, then see who's good on your team, and if nobody's good, get a kicker off the waiver wire. Every kicker's gonna get around 10 points a game. Okay. There's no reason that one kicker's better than the other. I mean, I do prefer Justin Tucker, but every kicker's basically the same. Don't worry about a kicker in the draft. Just get him in the last round, okay? A lot of people think that with Tom Brady suspended for the first few games and going to, it's going to increase the Pats' running game. Do you agree with this?
Oh yeah, naturally. I mean, you have your starting QB not starting. They're going to try to run the ball more. It's going to give the running backs more opportunities. They're going to try more things, especially the Patriots. I mean, they try new things all the time. But it also gives a chance for their backup QB to get some practice.
Mm-hmm. I also think that Wes Welker's coming back to the Patriots. Is that true?
Again, I don't start really looking into this stuff until August, so okay. I don't know.
And then who do you think is going to start this year for the Patriots? Stephen Ridley, Shane Vereen.
Again, I don't know.
Gray. No? Okay. That's all my questions.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah. If you had to pick a dream team right now, consisting of one QB, wide receiver, running back, tight end, and kicker, who would they be?
Okay. My QB would definitely be Andrew Luck. My wide receiver would probably be Odell Beckham Jr. My running back, my number one running back would not be Justin Forsett, probably be Marshawn Lynch, beast mode. And my tight end, definitely Greg Olson. Greg Olson had a beast year last year. He's going to do even better. Cam Newton seems to be getting healthier and getting smarter. So I think Greg Olson's going to do great this year. And again with the kicker, I mean, it really doesn't matter, but if I could have any kicker, I'd probably choose Justin Forsett.
Justin Forsett.
I mean, Justin Tucker.
Justin Tucker. Okay. Who do you prefer? I mean, do you prefer a team defense or an IDP league?
I say IDP, Independent Defense Player League, because J.J. Watt. I mean, I want J.J. Watt so bad, and you can't have him in a regular defense league. So
Yeah, I like IDPs as well. The reason I like IDPs is because you get players on both sides of the ball. A lot of times with a team defense, you'll know exactly why you're getting the points you're getting, or why you're losing the points you're losing. With with a IDP, it's a blast. I love it. Okay, last question is, who do you see in the Super Bowl this season?
I can't really, I don't really know yet this year because there's been so many drops. Like we lost Torrey Smith. I mean, I don't think Ravens are going to the Super Bowl this year. I
I think we're running out of time, so
Okay, I see the Packers going to the Super Bowl this year.
Packers.
Yeah, and the Colts.
Packers, Colts. Okay.
And I see the Packers winning that game.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Seahawks, Jets.
Jets.
Yeah, Seahawks, Jets. You watch.
Something wrong with you?
Yeah. Apparently.
I mean, they do have Percy Harvin and Eric Decker this year. So
Who else do they have? You done your research?
well, who else?
I don't know.
Okay, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.
Bye.